always get yelled at concert venues when I do that. Alright, yeah, that sounds good. Alright, my name is Koda Kapo. About to give you a little freestyle. It's great to say that we made it. Yeah, it's great to say that we faded. It's great to say that we jaded. Get that love and hate off your playlist, bitch. It's great to say that we made it. It's great to say that we jaded. Yeah, it's great to say that we faded. Get that love and hate off your playlist. Like I said, my name is Koda Kapo. Represent Jungle Vibes Records. And about to give you a quick 16-bar verse. Right off the dome. No paper. No phones. Yeah, well, I'm untrackable because my money's stackable. So, homie, if you act a fool, then trust me, I'm unpackable. Then whack-a-mole. Yeah, I just made this rack and fold. And plus, you know my path is bold. So, homie, as the track unfolds, be cautious of this shit you're told. Now that my watch is gold, they act as if I sold my soul. But if I taught the gold, them stacks would be much less than whole. So go attack the show, you'll prove how little that you know. My style is unmatchable, and a trial is uncatchable. Stupid fool, saying that I smoke too much, but I say that you joke too much. Then you say I don't smoke enough during all the times that we broke too much. But girl, if I took the Dutch, then all the things that was too much will lighten up while I'm lighting up and release me from their evil touch. So I'm off to this, and then I'm on to that. And I rock bandanas, I don't need a hat, I don't need a bitch, I don't need a get. The doors stay open like a welcome mat. It's JVRI all day. Yeah, it's great to say that we made it. It's great to say that we famous. Great to say that we jaded. Get that love and hate off your playlist. Yeah, it's great to say that we made it. It's great to say that we jaded. It's great to say that we famous. Get that love and hate off your playlist, bitch. Once again, my name is Koda Kapo. If this is the first time you ever heard me, you can check me out at junglevibesrecords.com. or reverbnation.com/Koda Kapo, spelled with 2 Ks.
All right, cool, man. So it's like, what exactly is up next for you? It's like, besides like the Bone Thugs and Harmony show.
Bone Thugs show next week, music video shoot this week, radio interview today. New CD coming out sometime between now and next month. I haven't picked the exact release day, but as soon as I feel like people are ready for it, it's all pretty much recorded.
Nice.
One more song maybe. I'll probably add a bonus song. And
Oh yeah, I mean that happens.
And my apologies about the freestyle. I made like an effort to try to change all my swear words, but I missed like 2 of them.
That happens. That pretty much happens. It's like that. I mean, you would not be surprised that like sometimes things will sneak in through. It's like every once in a while. I mean,
I did try that.
It's like not the worst thing that has ever happened. It's like on air. I mean, the last thing we had on the air that was really bad was we actually had one of our DJs. Unfortunately, she got a little too it's like graphic when doing a story when we're relating a news story about a school shooting. Unfortunately, she did it in a way to where it sounded like she was almost happy about it, and it made the Women's Center, which is actually a group that actually listens to my show a lot. It's like very mad. So
that's part of getting good ratings on talk radio, though. If you can talk about something real controversial.
Yeah, but she was like, it actually creeped them out. And it's like, that's what they said is their biggest trouble was. It really kind of made us unsettling, like we shouldn't have her near children. So we're just like, okay, fine. It's like, so they just, whenever it's like her show comes on, they just turn it off. So
hey, as long as you don't have to interview any like horrorcore artists on here, you'll probably be okay.
Horrorcore? No, I don't think so. It's like, but to be honest, it's like I am half tempted to see is like what kind of group it's like ends up like doing interviews here sometimes, because it's a surprise every so often. I mean, there was one guy like who wanted to get an interview here. I forget what his name was, but he actually it was like, I think it was like the new A-Rob. It's like the real A-Rob. That's what he called himself. And the reason he got the interview was because it was his neighbor's his dad's neighbor works here, is in the station. He's our treasurer. And he said, my neighbor's son wants to come in for an interview. Okay, what's the thing? He thinks he raps. It's like, and I'm like, okay. He's like, he sucks. And he's like, okay, fine. What do you want me to do about it? He's like, could you at least like try to not kill him? All right, fine. And he like last minute he like canceled like 2 days before, and we're like, okay, fine.
Well, I mean, I suck at rapping, and you're being nice to me, so.
No, yeah, it's like,
good.
but this guy is like literally it was like the worst stuff I ever heard. I'm like, and he was allowed to have a microphone. Why? So,
Hey, if you got money, they'll sell it to you at Guitar Center.
yeah. Oh Christ! It's like, but the thing is that it's great to see that it's like that you're doing what something you love, and also another thing is like that I also want to get into is you've mentioned several times is like about Jungle Vibes. It's like how'd that come about?
Well, to try to simplify a really, really long story and make it short, when I was about 18 years old, I was living with one of my friends. His name is Joey Rizzo, and then we decided we were going to make a band together. And pretty much all the people that inspired us and influenced us to do it, we noticed they had one thing in common. Mm-hmm. They all ran their own record labels, So we were like watching their tour documentaries and stuff, and we were thinking, wouldn't this be so much better if we just made our own record label just for the band and like controlled all of our music ourselves? So originally it was just going to be me and him distributing one project. I mean, we're obviously going to keep doing records, but it was just supposed to be one band, like when the Grateful Dead went and made Grateful Dead records, that was supposed to be just for them. That's why they named it after their band,
Mm-hmm.
But then when I was 18, I went out to Los Angeles to go visit my biological mother, who was living out there at the time. I stayed out there for about 7-8 months, and while I was really becoming immersed in the industry side of everything, like witnessing record labels and where they are based at, like almost everybody's based in LA, New York, or Chicago. And in LA, there's a lot of stuff you can learn. So I just started learning things, and I saw the people that were becoming really successful. They had several artists, and they were all helping each other to build something and gain momentum. And it was like they were doing it 5 times as fast as the people who just had one group,
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have 5 different sets of people trying to work towards the same goal to make a record label successful. That's going to be way more energy, way more effort, all that junk. So when I came back to Ohio and the group actually fell apart, like, we stopped rehearsing, we stopped recording, and that's when I started making my first rap demo and becoming a DJ and everything. And it was like, why don't I just be a solo artist and I could still go on with the label idea? So originally, I just put out my project, my Koda Kapo project, Finding the Edge of the World. It's the CD you were just playing. I put that out, and that was it in 2012. That was all we had. And then I met up with one of my main collaborators, a producer named Blake Delta. He makes a lot of beats and instrumentals from scratch, like completely original ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting really sick of using other people's material to rap over, so we started making completely original songs together. Mm-hmm. We started working on an album, and then I signed him to the record label. He was my second artist.
Mm-hmm.
And after I had a producer and 2 records out, like, I just thought to myself, why don't we get the rest of our friends together and put out their records and help them record it? And that's really how Jungle Vibes came together from 2010 till now. But like I said, up until the end of 2012, the only record we had out was mine, and now we have like 15 of them. So.
Nice. So what's next for Jungle Vibes Records is like right now? So,
well, like I already said, we're putting out my new record sometime in the next month, and we just dropped the Cut and Class EP. That's the alternative punk group. After that, we have a full-length CD coming out from Blake Delta, who I just told you the story about.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Young Nemo album. Actually, my main producer and engineer at this point in time, Young Nemo, he's working on an album, and he's in the last year, ever since I signed him, and I signed him at the very end of 2012, and ever since then, he started putting together his own studio. He built like a full-blown professional quality studio in his basement, like in the laundry room. He spent about 10 grand on it, and he makes improvements every day, but his stuff sounds better and better all the time. he already put out 2 records last year, like mixtapes, but he's putting out his debut album. I think he said, you remember what he said, Nick? Like September or something? Or not September, that already happened. Like November or something?
Mm-hmm.
I think he wants to put it out between November and December 1st. Sometime between then. But that's pretty much done too. We're just trying to gain promotion from it, and hopefully this will help. So go check out Young Nemo too.
Nice.
He's got an album coming out. It's called the Nemo Tape Number 1.
Right.
100% self-produced and engineered. I made probably 3 or 4 of the beats on there and engineered a couple songs for him as his DJ and co-producer, but he did almost the whole thing by himself.
Nice. So it's like pretty much is like, you know, you're always doing something, and it's always, and you're pretty much like always busy. Then it's like, you know, so there's like no you're pretty much like whatever free time you have in between is like performing and classes here and doing a lot of other, and you know, the performances and everything else. You're like, okay, it's like I got some free time. All right, it's like we got these 3 albums. Let me see what I can do.
Well, yeah, I mean, it started like that, but now it's like I'm so busy working on the record all the time now. I don't even know what free time means. It's like I'm rushing to make it to this interview and make it to the concert venue for sound check, and all my other time is spent recording, rehearsing, editing, mixing, mastering. I haven't even shown up for class in like 4 weeks to go sit next to you because I've been too busy working.
Well, it's understandable. I mean,
I didn't even take the damn midterm.
Yeah, it's like yeah. Believe it or not, it was another crossword puzzle. It's like
midterm was.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Shout out to Mr. Hill.
Yeah, the funny thing is, though, is like as he came in, it's like, and I knew I was late in getting it in, and he said, it's like, you know what? It's like I got enough problems right now. It's like my back's killing me. I had to go into the hospital for yet another thing. I'm, you know, currently it's like taking like 5 different kinds of medication.
Dope.
It's like, yeah, and he's like, so it's like, as far as your midterm's concerned, as long as you can get it in, I don't care. You know? And we're sitting there like, okay, fine.
Well, I'm gonna just tell him I heard the good news and I had a record to finish.
Yeah. The funny thing is, that was the funny thing, is like one day he left to go to the hospital for something, and we had a substitute, and he said, he just didn't tell me what you guys are supposed to do, so if you guys want, here's a sign-in sheet, just put your name on it, I'll just say you were here, and you guys could just cut. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. And I'm like, okay, fine.
I think that was
and just laughed.
I think that was the last class I went to. It was like the week before midterm.
Yeah, it's like that sign-up sheet went around the room fast. It was like, okay.
I had to wait for a ride to come. I felt bad when I was the last one sitting in there. I was going to check my email on the Mac Pro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that was funny.
Yeah, you guys took off quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I wound up having a full day out of that anyway, so... But yeah, it's like so yeah, it's like that is actually, it's like, it sounds like it's like you're actually getting very successful, it's like very quick, and it's like with everything that's going on right now. So it's like, so what do you plan on doing for, like, you know, hoping to do in the future?
I mean, my main goal for the next year, like if you want to talk long-term visions, I'm trying to buy a tour bus and get on the road. Because, you know, there's only so long that I can drive my director's car down the freeway back and forth from Ohio to little PA and Chicago shows and Cleveland downtown shows. Like, that car has been falling apart with every show we do. We've done like 50 shows in it now, so by the time we do a real tour, we're going to need a strong, brand new vehicle.
Yeah.
It's going to cost at least a house. Like,
yeah. So it's like so the next thing for, it's like essentially for you know, Koda Kapo is to now be, it's like a lot more mobile. It's like, and just start to spread out a lot more.
We're starting to practice touring. You know, like we have a show in Florida next month. We're just gonna park our car up at the airport and fly down there, get a taxi or rent a car or whatever. But you can't do that for every single show of the tour. It's gonna make the cost of traveling double, you know.
Yeah, so it's like in the next so it's like you're pretty much gonna be like pretty busy. It's like for like the next few months or so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, trying to finish my album, Nemo's album. Put out a couple more records by our other artists. I believe there's maybe 11 or 12 of us right now. There was 15 of us last year, but I got angry when like a handful of people just weren't doing any work, and they weren't putting out anything, they weren't recording, they weren't rehearsing, they weren't performing. I doubt some of them were even writing, so I hit them up and I was like, you have a couple weeks to show me some progress or else you're off of the roster, and that's how we lost like a good 25% of our people this last year. But that just makes us stronger to cut out the weaker links,
All right, cool. So it's like you have like a lot of shows coming up. It's like you have a lot of albums coming up. It's like and pretty much it's like I guess it's like you're hoping to take, and you're also it's like saving up for the tour bus. Oh, damn it! You're saving up for the tour bus. You got a show in Florida. It's like, and it seems like, and that's actually pretty cool. It's like the fact is like you're actually doing something you absolutely love. It's like, and you're more or less just saying, okay, I'm going to make a career out of it, and I'm going to start jumping on this while I'm still young and I still have a chance to do it.
I want to make a career for other people too. That's the main purpose of the label. Is a lot of my homies, they're bums, but they're really talented bums, so they can't find employment. So if I can give them employment and motivate them to work harder at music than they would at McDonald's, then it'll be worth it.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if I can make myself a decent living, take care of my family, and keep paying all my unemployed friends enough money to get them gas and food and cigarettes, I think everybody's happy.
Nice. Yeah, well. Yeah, so it's like so once again it's like this DJ Koda Kapo,
DJ Left Coast.
Yeah, and DJ Left Coast.
The rapper name is Koda Kapo.
Okay, the rap name is Koda Kapo, and it's like, but it's DJ Left Coast. It's like and Jungle Vibe Records is like currently dropping a few albums. It's like in the next few months or so.
You can find it all, and most of it's free too, except for the full-length albums. But we got full-length mixtapes for free download, all at junglevibesrecords.com.
Nice. And there's also, it's like the next couple of shows. It's like is the Bones Thugs and Harmony show this weekend, as well as
which you can also get tickets to at the same website.
All right. And it's like, and as well as your music video shoot, and also it's like opening up for Stitches, and as well as like your upcoming excursion into Florida. So
mini tours. Yeah, Weekend Warriors.
Yeah. So that's actually pretty, not bad, man. It's like, so yeah. At least it's like you're not like, you say, yeah, I'm going on a tour, and then just not even, just unplug the phone. It's like, I don't want anybody to talk to me.
I mean, that's kind of how it was last year, but instead of a tour, we just wound up booking like 50 local shows spread out around 50 to 100 miles away from the home base.
Yeah. Well, at least it's a lot of you're starting to like branch out more. It's like, especially like Florida, because there is like a very good like indie rap scene in Florida.
I actually have an artist in Florida that I communicate with every single day. His name is BDG. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can see his music videos. He has a higher music video budget than I do, so he already has like 6 of them out.
Nice. Okay.
Our YouTube channel, if you go to youtube.com/JVRI-TV. It's an acronym for Jungle Vibes Records Television, Incorporated Television.
All right, awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that it's like, it's like I'm gonna wrap up here pretty soon, but I like to thank my guests. It's like DJ Left Coast and his director. It's like I didn't catch his name, but I'm just gonna call him Silent Bob for right now.
His name's he goes by Skim Dizzle when he's performing, and when he's directing, he goes by Nick Saxton.
Ah. It's like I was just gonna call him Silent Bob the entire time, because it's like he's just like walking around not saying a word.
That's a good director. It's a good director who only speaks when somebody's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And we ain't doing nothing wrong.
Yeah. Hence hence Silent Bob. For any of you who do not get the Clerks reference, just smack yourself, please. Just smack yourself. Go watch it. It's funny. All right, it's like, so this, so it's like, I like to think my guest is like DJ Koda Kapo. It's like, it's like Nick Sykes is like his, it's like his director. But and it's like, check him out, junglevibes.com. junglevibesrecords.com. Check out their YouTube page. Check out, and it's like, if you want, go ahead, go on the website, get tickets for the Bone Thugs and Harmony show. Support local, music. Support Cleveland music. Support Ohio music in general.
And by the way, if you do order tickets online through PayPal, you have to add your address to it so they can come in the mail.
All right, cool. And catch some of the upcoming releases from Jungle Vibes Records is like coming up in the next few months. Is like, and also watch out for future tour dates and whatever that's might be coming up. All right, cool, man. All right, and it's like, that has been my show. It's like, for right now, it's like, I am awesome. Very funny, Tim. Very funny.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's like, I like to thank my guests and check them out on their website, jungleviberecords.com. This has been your king, and this has been my show, The Royal Pain. It's like on Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio. You can check us out live at livestream.com/Lake Effect. You can, where you can check out our upcoming, our upcoming shows, our upcoming interviews, guest appearances, and guest performances. You can also catch some of our past interviews and stuff on the VOD. You can also check out some of our past interviews and stuff on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Lake Effect. We also have some flyers to give out. It's like for the Bone Thugs and Harmony show. And it's like, that does it for me. It's like, I will be back here Monday, and every Monday and every Wednesday from 12, except for Monday. It's like, I'll be back here Wednesday from 12 to 1. It's like, and this has been The Royal Pain on Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio.